Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Hopefully part 2, which is right now, will get out to you guys sooner than the first part did. Just got off work, so I decided before I just decided to be lazy, I might as well just start filming this video so I can get it edited and out to you guys. But today it's going to be just hand pours. So the hand pour molds that I just got from Angling AI. It's March 26th right now, so it's been a solid 3 months. So just to recap on what we got, it is, so I got them preheating right now, but this is the Mojo right here on the left, 3.6 Action Worm on the right. So that's what we are going to be doing today. I'm honestly not very good at hand pours, but practice makes perfect, so I'm going to try to whip up some colors with you guys today and see what we can come up with. But let me mix up the plastic, which I have not mixed up for 3 months. So let's get that plastic mixed up, and I'll see you guys when the plastic is all heated up and we're ready to put some colors in there. So see you then. One thing I did forget to mention was another reason for the lack of uploading is not only was I busy at work, but getting part of the house redone. So I'm gonna have this whole bait station, call it, moved down in the basement. So we tore all the walls out of the basement and everything's coming out, and the bait area where I make all the baits actually has no power. So I got everything running off an extension cord which goes straight to the bathroom. And I know it's a mess. We planned on actually moving out of the house because we were gonna get some work done upstairs, get all these walls removed, and too much. But I think we're just going to be focusing on getting this area where I make all the baits put downstairs. That way I could have the whole basement with a lot more room than just jamming it against the only wall that we could pretty much afford to jam it against. So, but here's the plastic. Okay, plastic heated up. It's up to temp. I only have about probably half a cup of plastic, so not really sure what I'm gonna make, but I think I'm gonna go off this. I threw away the packaging a while ago. I don't remember. I think I've made this once in some sort of video. It's like a gold and green, turquoise, brown color. Not 100% sure what it's all going to be like, but we're going to do this for the top, which will be on the left. And then I just want to do something simple, easy for the bottom, which is going to be this blue highlight. So let's start with this and just put a tiny bit in the top right here on the left and see what it does. And when I say a tiny bit, I mean just gonna do maybe a quarter of this, quarter teaspoon. Okay, see what it looks like. It's like a brownish green gold color. So there's that. I kind of like how it's not too thick of a color. So I'm going to push this off to the side. We will do just a little bit of blue highlight. Don't want too much. Probably do twice as much of this blue highlight as that other color, if that even made sense. I'm going to double up the blue compared to the other color. Just doing the simple stuff for right now. See Because one, I'm bad, really bad at hand pouring. And two, I have a hard time making hand pours even look good, so color wise. But in the meantime, I'm gonna heat these back up, then throw them in the vacuum chamber so they're ready to pour on this hot plate, I guess you could call it. And the hand pours are heating up as we speak, so yeah, we'll see when we're getting ready to hand pour. Right, everything's heated up out of the vacuum chamber, all nice and clean of bubbles. And next step is, the bottom is going to be this blue highlight. I keep saying blue pearl. And the top color will be this, whatever this is. So here goes the first pour. Try to do this around the camera. And I'm going to try to film something on my phone as well. We'll see how that goes. Oh yeah, definitely can't be looking at my phone too. I don't even remember the last time I did a hand pour. Definitely a long time ago. But I guess we'll see how they turn out for the first one. Definitely not anything good. But we'll see. Let's try this one. Try to get a little bit closer to the camera, or to the actual pour, mold, whatever it's called. Alright. Geez, that was brutal. Especially for the Mojo, that one. I don't know. There's just gonna be some trash right there, I'm sure. But anyways, let's get on to the next color. Alright, let's see if I can do this any better on this side now. This is definitely missing something. And I know that the blue highlight is not 100% cured. I just curious to see what it'll look like just mixed together. I definitely need to put something in. Oh man, definitely need to put something in this color for sure. Alright, there's that one. The camera's about to die, so let's try to get these poured. Probably just see the end process. Oh no. Oh, somehow the camera didn't die, but messed up that very last one right there. Way over poured it. But see you guys when these are done. Okay, so I've let these sit for a while. Should be good. So let's try to grab one that's not stuck. See what it looks like. Not the best looking at all. I think it just needs to be a lot darker. Might make it the next round a little darker, put a little flake in there, maybe switch the colors around. I don't know what I was thinking when I poured the blue highlight first. It needs to be last. It needs to be on the top layer on these hand pours, but it's alright. That's why I don't really do hand pours, but this is why I bought it, so I can try to get better. I think it needs more of a contrast between the two colors. So let's just go to this one and see what these look like. Probably not much different, but I don't think the camera can really pick that up. Oh, there we go. I'm gonna pull these out, throw them in the water, and we'll get to hopefully making these look a little bit better. So I'm gonna try something a little different. One of my favorite colors for worms, because it's got a little bit of a green hue in it. So I just want to put a few drops in there, see what it looks like. There we go. Maybe that's all we needed. So, a little bit darker and some flake. And we will bring blue pearl over. So we put a little bit of mint brown with some of that powder earlier. So we're gonna just use black 0.15 and black 0.35, both square cut. Just wanna put a tiny bit in the blue pearl. Like, I mean, tiny. Just for a little bit contrast. I'm gonna put probably about the same amount in here. There's a little bit less plastic in here than here somehow. So we got 0.015 in both, and I'm gonna put some of this 0.35, probably about the same amount of 0.35 in as I did with the 0.15 on this side. So I'm just gonna put this one off to the side for now. So now that we got this all mixed up, we're gonna let the molds reheat because I keep blowing a breaker outside. So alright, so this will probably be a little bit more green than anything. That's what it looks like, kind of like mint chocolate chip milk or something. But here we go, we're gonna put a tiny little layer. Alright, so we got the mojos done for the first layer. You can see this plastic needs to be heated up a little more. It's coming out like molasses. It's a lot easier when it's up to temp and coming out smooth. Alright, well there's the first layer of everything. Let's hope it's going to turn out better the second round than it did the first. So we're going to give this a few minutes to settle before we use the other color, the blue highlight with 0.015 flake in it. Alright, so this had a little to cool down, so let's pour the blue highlight with 0.015 flake. I think it looks pretty good with a small little flake like that, so hopefully these two look good together. Kind of hard to pour around the camera, that's my excuse. That'll always be my excuse. Alright, there's 3.6 action worm. Let's finish up this mojo. Alright, now we'll just let these sit for a minute and we should be good. Okay, it's been a few minutes, probably more like 20 minutes. Or the green needs to go down farther, but I mean, some of them might be okay. That one's, this one, second one right here, a little bit better. Line's lower. See how much more blue pearl is on this one than this one. Maybe, I think I just need to fill these up a lot more than what they're at, but it's just gonna take some practice of me doing this a little bit, so I know where the height's supposed to be and the limits and stuff. But there's this, there's this one right here. This one's choppy. It's not smooth looking right there. There's a blue flake in there too somehow. The last one. Yeah, definitely not. Green definitely did not go down far enough. Just barely on there. So the green needs to go down a lot more. There's those. Everything's gonna be trimmed up at the end. And that looked pretty sick. I like that. The green looks good down here. But the more you come up, I think it's because the green cooled down a lot and I didn't bother heating it back up. So it looked like molasses going through and it didn't really spread evenly. So here's another. Same problem as all the others. I like how fat these worms are though. And I like this color on the green. Just wish I would have poured it a little bit deeper. So there's these. I think that's it for today, so this one's not going to be too long of a video, but I'll show you guys what these look like before the video ends. That way you guys can see both sides, the very first round and the second round. But yeah, there they are. Gonna need a lot more practice, but I'm sure I can figure it out eventually.